What did I miss? Jirian was just telling me about why she left the Order of Caldera. Was she? I've never seen Delora glare at anyone the way she is glaring at Jirian. Eventually, the formal knight turns away. Let's go, Garland. Stay safe, princess. You too, Lady Delora. You? Didn't you want to return to the knight's house? Why are you stalling now? You know something about Sir Alcaster being the reason for the knight's discharge, don't you? Yes. Then, why are you insisting on keeping it a secret? You lived in the palace before and heard the rumors. You were content with them. Why are you suddenly taking so much interest in all of this now? Because you and the knights are clearly hiding something about him. Curiosity can kill a cat, little princess. Besides, none of this is important right now. You have other thoughts to focus on, like breaking your curse. No, we want Fritz! What have you done these past few days, Nothing, that's what. It's like you want to remain Little Miss Peasant forever. The only reason I'm in this position is because of you, and you have done nothing to help me. Excuse me? All I've ever gotten from you are insults and snide remarks. I've been trying my best, but you of all people should know how difficult it is for me. I stopped talking at once. The anger and frustration inside me makes it difficult to form words. Delora has been with me for almost a year now. She should know how difficult it is for me to be good. But she never understood. She still cursed me. It is as if she is mocking me. I turn away from Delora and head toward the door. Princess, wait. Bye. I have better things to do than get insulted by a witch. I have done nothing but think about how to break the curse she put on me. How dare she? Princess. Hi, Waltz. Ooh. Keep walking or stop? Okay, so if we... maybe we should keep walking and we'll run into Fritz. I don't know. I do not have time for this. I ignore Waltz and continue walking. Waltz reaches out and takes hold of my arm, forcing me to stop. What are you doing? I'm leaving. Leaving? Do you know how worried everyone's been? How worried I was? As you can see, I'm fine. I will be even better when I'm away from the marching, so I'm leaving. 3 days. What? I haven't seen you in 3 days and you're just going to brush me off? I've been spending all of my free time looking for you ever since we got separated that day. Do you know how bad I felt when I lost you? If something had happened to you, I would never have forgiven myself. Oh my god, Waltz, you're so sweet. Dolores sent you her message. Yes, but even then we all knew that she was with you. That didn't mean you were safe. I yanked my arm out of his grasp. I would have been perfectly safe even if Delora wasn't with me. In fact, I would still have my old life if she had never cursed me. Princess. Oh my god. Karma! You found her! Karma is suddenly standing before me, smiling with relief. We were worried about you, darling. It's good to see that our princess has returned. We have so much to catch up on. You should come inside. She says she's leaving. Okay, I guess that was the right choice then. What? But why? She says she's fine without us and can't understand why we've been worried. I think Delora has something to do with this situation. Hell yeah, we just got in a fight. What did she say to you, princess? Nothing she didn't need to hear. Can you please just go away? Insufferable witch. Sounds like a cat fight to me. Karma, you might want to keep your nose out of other people's business. I'm not staying here any longer. You cannot stop me from leaving. I turn on my heels and begin to walk off. Princess, let her go. What? But outside, she needs some space to think. Don't go too far though, princess. Are you daft? I said I'm not coming back. You will if you value your life, princess. I cannot swell the irritation stirring in the pit of my stomach. I turn on my heels and walk off. It's so peaceful here at night. The sound of approaching footsteps makes me stop. Girly. Standing out here alone in the darkened plaza does not bode well. I quickly slide into an alleyway and stand with my back to the wall, hoping the shadows will keep me from sight. Why are you following me? That voice from the other night. You notice. It's Sir Alcaster. Okay, this looks like Fritz. But I don't think it is. I think it's that, wasn't his name like Varg? Didn't we find that out? I think we did. Varg or Nard or... This looks like Fritz, but I think it's that guy with the mask that's been showing up in the past few routes. Don't think I'm a useless idiot like the boy. Of course I noticed. Wait, did I read this? You noticed. 𝐶𝐶? I would take care of remembering that me and the boy are nothing alike. Don't think you can fool me, Varg. Okay, it is... Varg? I have to know. I moved slightly, sticking my head out at an angle so I can see the man standing before 𝐶𝐶. Yep, it's him. Yeah. The plaza is empty except for 2 people. 𝐶𝐶 is looking at a man that wears an elaborate mask. I also notice he carries an odd-looking cane. That must be Varg, but who is he, and how does 𝐶𝐶 know him? You know, why does he look like Fritz? Like, I don't think I've noticed that until now. That's weird. I'm like, what the heck? He looks like, bro, what? I've never seen anyone like him in the palace before. Who would I want to fool you for? Then explain why you're out here when you haven't been ordered to come to the plaza. Tell me. You wanted the princess kept safe, didn't you? Do not be flippant. You know we serve Mithras in this. What? What does Sir Mithras want? Is the princess not in the house? Would I be out here if she was? Oh shit. What was that? Do not be smart with me. He punched him? 𝐶𝐶 just punched him like it was nothing. How is he still standing? That blow should have knocked him to the ground. Answer me clearly. Has she left the house? 𝐶𝐶's voice is eerily calm and level, despite the fact that his body is still tense. Yes. You will find her before dawn. I will not repeat myself. Answer me. Yes, I will find her. Good. Well, this is not good. I watch as 𝐶𝐶 walks away, leaving Varg to stand alone in the dark plaza. I can barely breathe as I stand watching him, waiting for some kind of movement. It looks like 𝐶𝐶 has ordered him to keep me safe, but I do not know this arrangement and will not trust him. You! Okay, I thought that was us. The sound of shattered glass echoes across the plaza. Varg immediately rushes off to investigate, moving away from my hiding spot. I feel myself instinctively follow after him despite my mind's logical protest. Hush. Hi, 𝐸. 𝐸 places her hand over my mouth to muffle my voice. We both watch Varg until he disappears and there is nothing but silence for company. Then, only then, does 𝐸 move her hand away from my mouth. That man, did you catch his name? What? His name? 𝐶𝐶 called him Varg. Varg. Who is he? Judging by the mask and cane, he probably works for the witches. At least that's what Parfait and I think. Looks like he's working for 𝐶𝐶 too. We look up and notice Karma and Waltz running towards us. Here comes the cavalry. Late as expected. Waltz looks winded, but that does not stop him from glaring at me. Don't ever do that again. And what is happening here? You two look awfully suspicious hiding out in an alleyway. None of your business. I am surprised when 𝐸 takes my arm and pulls me away from Waltz and Karma. Where are you going? Mysteries are afoot, kid, and we're not going to solve any of them by waiting around in the market for Parfait to return from her business. Where are you taking the princess and why? That's a good question. 𝐸, we all decided that the margin is the safest place the princess can be. Technically, the princess is safest wherever either Parfait or I can keep an eye on her, and now we have an excuse for the princess to be somewhere else. She speaks as if I am a child to be babysat. I've got some questions that need answering, and I'm going to need the princess to get them solved. Besides, she's directly involved in some mess, and she wants answers too. Something seems off about this whole thing. Sorry to say, but your opinions on this matter are irrelevant. Let's go, Lucette. 𝐸. The solemn expression on Walt's face is foreign to me. There is a darkness in his eyes, a warning. I trust you. As you should. 𝐸 nods and turns back to me. We'll be in touch. Let me know when Parfait gets back. Our trip back to the Leverton home is silent. 𝐸 has reverted to her doll form. I hold her close to my chest. Both of us are quiet and I am lost in my own thoughts. I wonder what questions Delora has that I could possibly help her with. Delora. Princess. We speak at the same time. Alright, you first. Or not, I'll go first then. I want to apologize. Don't look so surprised. I can admit when I'm wrong. That's a lesson you need to learn too, but that's for another day. I know you've been working to break the curse, and I know you've been putting a lot of effort into it. And I know why it would be difficult for you to accomplish 3 good deeds. I want you to know that I do want you to succeed, Princess. Most of the time, it doesn't feel that way. I'm sorry. I wouldn't have cursed you if I didn't think you were capable of overcoming it, Lucette. I truly believe you will break your curse. We turn onto the path that leads to the Leverton home. I pause to squint at the oddly shaped shadow by the doorway. I quickly slip off the road and behind the nearest obstacle. Oh no. It's dark, but is that? Delora has not seen what I have. She keeps talking. More to the point, you must break your curse. It's vital that you do as soon as possible. There's a very good reason why I slap my hand over her mouth to muffle her. I've only just managed to hide her when the shadow moves. The moonlight glints off his mask for just an instant, but it is enough. It's Varg. He starts to turn in my direction. Oh no. Move back or stay still. No, we gotta stay still. Yeah, stay still. I freeze in place. There's no one here. Look away. Look away! Delora's still struggling in my arms. I do my best to still her with my hands. If she gets us caught. And then, as if by magic, the clouds move, obscuring the light of the moon. An inky, black, almost unnatural shadow falls over me. After a heartbeat, he turns away from me. I watch as he slips around the side of the Leverton home and disappears from sight. Oh, wow. I run back to the plaza, but Walt and Karma are no longer there. What do I do now? Not even a thank you? Delora pops her head out of my pocket, shaking out her hair. I just made some clouds and played with some shadows to keep us hidden from a crazy masked man, but you know, I did that all the time. That was you? Well, it wasn't the wind. I had no idea she had such power. Well, hello there. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. I whirl around again, once again, keeping my hands over Delora to hide her from sight. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Hi, Varg. You know, we were just strolling by, you know, but we're gonna leave now, okay? If it isn't the crown princess herself. Surely good princesses shouldn't be out on their own at this time of night. But then you're not that all good, are you? Good girls do what they're told and stay in one place, but you're not one for letting people keep you rooted in place, are you? Do you have any idea how long I've been looking for you? Where are my manners? I haven't introduced myself. He sweeps into a deep, elegant bow. I'm Varg, Sir Alcaster's humble servant. He's told me about your issues. Oh. He's asked me to keep an eye on you, make sure you're safe. I already have a personal night. Oh, could have fooled me. Haven't seen him around, have you? Fritz. Looks like he's slacking off to me. That is so weird. Yeah, where is Fritz? Like, you know what? You know what? No, because there's no way. There's no way, like, they're the same person. There's no way. You know, yeah, no way. That just makes no sense, though. Like, where is Fritz? Fritz is not slacking off. He's just under the influence of an extremely potent sleeping potion and is unable to wake up. Also because sneak out. This is all my fault. A crown princess shouldn't have to make excuses for her night, don't you think? Seems like he's pretty incapable. Varg approaches and holds out his arm. I'll escort you back. I stare at his arm but do not take it. Varg tilts his head to the side. I cannot read his expression through his mask. Don't you trust me, princess? No. What were you expecting? Wasn't expecting you to be honest. I thought princesses were meant to be shy and sweet all the time. You know, like Emmeline. I'm not Emmeline. So I'm learning. Varg reaches out and grabs my hand. He places it in the crook of his arm with a smug smile. Let's go. I can do nothing but follow as he forces me along. I do not appreciate being dragged. And I don't like waiting around for something that's not going to happen. This is for your own safety, princess. The frick? He flashes an almost predatory smile at me, his teeth startling bright in the darkness. He says he's meant to keep me safe, but I feel like he's going to devour me. I am still shaking when I return to my room in the Leverton home. I've already heard Varg leave the house, but I'm not convinced the lock on the front door would keep him out. Well, that was exciting. Are you alright? I cannot show weakness. Not now, not ever. I'm fine. I never knew there was a back door to this place. Pretty convenient for sneaking past your guard dog, isn't it? Wonder how Varg knew that door existed. Yeah, that's weird. Hey, chin up. You did well back there. I froze. I did nothing. I was useless. There's nothing you could have done. He already seems to be an accomplished tracker. But nothing. If anything, this was my fault for not being able to protect you. I do not know why I'm so afraid of Varg. He works for 𝐶𝐶, he wouldn't hurt me. She has that look again. Is it because of her suspicions of 𝐶𝐶, or because she suspects that Varg is serving the witches? 𝐶𝐶 mentioned Sir Mithras before, but I have no idea how he plays into any of this. We do. No point worrying about it now. We're not going to get answers just by staring at the wall. Might as well get some sleep. What aren't you telling me, Delora? An awful lot, Lucette. I'm not going to tell you anything until tomorrow morning, so go to bed. I do not think I'll be able to sleep tonight unless... Delora? Yes. It is strange because I had thought that I'd outgrown this tendency, but I used to do this all the time. Can I hold you until I fall asleep? I think I see a glimmer of a smile on Delora's face. Of course. I grabbed Delora and hold her against my chest. Her weight and shape are familiar and comforting. When I was in the palace, hugging my dolls made me feel like I wasn't alone. Sweet dreams, Lucette. My queen? That voice, it's familiar. Fate and the traitors approach. The Tenebrarum grows weak. Mother? You will prevail. You are far stronger, far more beautiful. Enough. My beauty is irrelevant. The tide of the war is turning. We must consider our options. But your majesty, if I must wait for my revenge, then I will. What will you do? As my queen commands, my faithful student. You will be rewarded for your loyalty, and the traitor will be damned for his betrayal. Believe in me. Believe in us. We will be victorious. The humans and the traitors will pay. What was that? So, that's so weird. I sit up in bed, my heart pounding. I can't remember. Details of the dream are already fading from my mind, but the dread still hangs in my chest like a dark, heavy cloud. It must have been a nightmare. Fritz! Princess! I turn and see Fritz standing in the doorway, his eyes filled with concern. I didn't mean to. I heard you and I... Are you okay, Fritz? Maybe it is the stress of what happened with Varg. Maybe it is the nightmare I just woke from. Or maybe it is the relief of seeing a familiar face. But suddenly there are tears in my eyes. Princess, Fritz. Aww. Aww. Then suddenly Fritz's arms are around me and I am pressed close to his warm chest. I can hear his heartbeat. Do you want to talk about it? Yeah, tell him. I cannot remember it clearly, but I believe it was a nightmare. I can remember Mother's voice, the cruel, wicked contempt of her voice. It was terrible. A sudden coldness slides over my body, making me shiver despite Fritz's best efforts. Still, he does not slip away, and his closeness once again comforts me after some time. He is so warm. You know, Princess, I'm glad I could comfort you this time, even if I was never able to before. I need to turn this music down. How did you know I had nightmares? It was on my night patrols. Sometimes I would pass by your door and hear you. You never said anything. Fritz runs his hand through my hair, his touch gentle and comforting. It was never my business, personal night or not. I figured if you ever need to tell anyone, I'd be there for you. Aww. I only know time is passing because of the shifting shadows in my room. And too soon, the room brightens with the dawn of a new day. I feel safe. I had forgotten Delora was with me, but now she squirms subtly in my grasp, a small flutter of motion that does not even catch Fritz's eye. When Fritz moves away, I quickly hide Delora behind me. Why are you smiling like that? It's just nice to know that some things don't change. What? Oh, Princess, you haven't had any of the tea I served yesterday, did you? The tea that we slipped the potion into. Now he's brought it up, I have no idea what to say. I managed a weak shrug of my shoulders and shake my head, telling him that I did not. You should really try it sometime. I haven't slept so well in a long time. I feel remarkably refreshed. I feel Delora shaking behind me. I can tell that she is trying not to laugh. I pinch her arm. Sure. He lets go of me and stands up. Speaking of tea, it's actually time for breakfast, but we'll pass on the tea today. Did I ever tell you about the best bakery in Angielle? No, I think you told me about the best baker. Oh, but Princess, they're two different things. There are all kinds of shops in the town plaza. Two different things. The baker makes the best croissants, but the bakery, well, I'll show you. But first I'll let you get changed. Hey, Princess. Fritz might be fine, but his father's clearly not. Be careful today. Are you not coming with us? I'm going to stay here and see what I can dig up when no one else is looking. Lucette. I've never heard her say my name so seriously before. I mean it. Be careful and stay safe. If 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐿 shows up when we're not here, you too, Delora, be careful. Much to my surprise, she sinks into a polite courtesy, as the princess commands. Period. Listen to us. We're royalty. Alright. Oh, did my game crash? Oh no. Chapter 5. Revelations. A week has passed and my days have been uneventful. I spend most of my time with Fritz, who shows me around Angielle every day that he is able. Most of the time, I actively try to keep him out of the Leverton home so that Delora can continue her investigation. Apparently, this is the only way she will let me help. At least she promised she'd tell me everything tonight. Well, this is a little hard to explain, but a caster is hiding something. Delora, I already know that. You didn't let me finish. When I say something, I mean everything. There are no clues here. Wait. Before you throw that pellet at me, I really do have something to tell you. I know how 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐿 knew we left to go back to the March End. Somebody put wards on this house. That somebody is alerted whenever someone crosses the threshold in and out of this place. Is that person a witch? Could be a fairy, but considering the circumstances, I'll put my money on a witch. Do you think 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐿 put up those wards? He's working for the witches, but I don't think he has the ability to put up these wards. The wards are like nothing I've ever seen. They're like fine silk strands all around the house, like a cobweb. Right, but you know what else I found? The web's not as strong around the back door. The door 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐿 took us through. That means we have a way out. A way out that will allow us to leave without 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐿 being notified. I do not think he will appear unless the witch who put the webs around this house finds out I'm gone. How do we know the witch won't be alerted if we use that door? Only one way to find out. Okay. I leaned against the wall of the alleyway where I had agreed to meet with Delora and catch my breath. I can't believe that worked. She had sent me out first, promising she would catch up with me once she made sure the witch wasn't going to come to the Leverton household when I left. Fritz says that he was tired from all the training he had done earlier in the day and retired to bed early. That worked in our favor and made it easier for us to leave the home. She's taking longer than I thought she would. Has she been found out? I step away from the wall when I hear footsteps. Delora? Oh my god. How did you find us? What have I told you about wandering off? Suddenly, 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐿 is standing before me with this nice smile on his face. How did he know? Delora said he couldn't be the witch that put up the wards. Stand your ground or back away. Back away. Almost unconsciously, I take a step back from 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐿. My back hits the wall behind me. Are you afraid of me, princess? I see you're a smart, sheltered princess, aren't you? You should be afraid of me. Poor little ignorant princess. If only you knew what was in store for you. Now is no time to be a coward. Why don't you tell me then? 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐿 throws his head back and laughs. You are always a surprise, aren't you? Well, I'll tell you if you ask. Very nicely. Oh, hi! Varg moves forward so close I can nearly feel his breath on my neck. What is he doing? He is far too close. I like that look on your face, princess. It suits you perfectly. Come on, I'm waiting, princess. Or do I overwhelm you? You have no right to tell me what to do. Varg slammed his hand against the wall, effectively caging me in. Oh, hi. Hi. You know, we were just waiting for someone. I mean, why are you this close? He leans down towards me, his smile predatory, but I do not flinch away. And here I thought you were just a scared little girl. Do you have a backbone after all? You're interesting, princess, and a lot more fun than I thought you'd be. As thanks for the entertainment, I'll share a little something with you. A caster doesn't want you safe because he's a good man. The type of man he is doesn't have a heart. That man will do anything that won't benefit him in the future. What do you mean? Let's just say your safety is a requirement for something he wants from someone? Who? Wait. Is that someone Sir Mithras? Varg's eerie smile stretches further across his face. Oh, so you can think for yourself. What does Sir Mithras want? A lot of things. Ask me again when you can be more specific. Now, why don't you enlighten me? What's a good girl like you doing out this time of night? I needed some air. Is that so? Well, I'm sure you've had quite enough, so... Varg pulls back from me the moment the footsteps sound. He swivels on the spot, his body tense. I feel a hand on my shoulder and realize belatedly that it is not Varg's. I am pulled away from his grasp. Waltz? Quickly! What? Varg is cut off as he defends himself when a sword suddenly strikes at his direction. Karma? I would keep your eyes on me, scoundrel, unless you do not fear being skewered. That man, he was the one who was with Waltz when I was chased down the streets. His features look familiar. Is that Karma? Come on, Lucette, but we need to get you back to the Marchen. You're not going anywhere, princess. Try as you might, you're not getting through me. What is going on? How? I have to fight you clowns. Don't make me laugh. I see Varg lift his cane, but Waltz pulls me around the corner before I can see what happens next. Oh my god. What just happened? Did Varg? I turn around and check, but Waltz keeps pulling me forward. We're in the Marchen. I've barely even stepped into the Marchen before Delora pulls me into a hug. Thank goodness you're safe. Delora, Karma is still... Waltz pauses in surprise as an intense light erupts in the middle of the Marchen. For a few moments, I am struck blind. As the light begins to fade away, I see Parfait. Her expression is grim as she holds onto the man who helped us earlier. Waltz, please get Rumple right away. Right away, Lady Parfait. Oh my god. We carefully set him down on the sofa. Now that I can see the injured man more closely, I come to the conclusion that I was right earlier. Karma? Yes, he is badly injured. Parfait, what are you doing using that teleportation spell? You know what it does to your body. It was his cane. It was enchanted. I didn't think. Parfait shifts on her feet before losing her balance and stumbling backwards. Delora catches her before she can fall. I didn't have a choice. He would have killed him otherwise. I was right then. I should have gone. Why didn't you? That makes no sense. Why would you put everyone else in danger? I'm really annoyed, Delora. That is actually, like, really annoying. What's all the noise? The instant Rumple sees Karma, his puzzled expression sharpens into something more serious. Rumple strides forward with a confidence I did not expect. I need hot water in the bag Anise keeps in the kitchen. I'll grab it for you. Who is this man and what has he done with Rumple? Rumple recovered one of his journal entries the other day. He has remembered that he's a doctor. That doesn't really explain why his entire demeanor has changed, but I suppose it's not important right now. I am so glad you're safe, princess. I've never seen Parfait look this tired. Parfait, are you hurt? Don't worry about me, princess. I'll be fine. Like any of us are going to believe that. I have so many questions for the two of them, and I have no idea where to start. My brain feels like a scrambled board full of puzzle pieces that won't fit together. Oh, don't fuss. I really am fine. What is going on? Delora, why don't you get the princess something to drink? I'll come and join you shortly. Why aren't you guys answering my questions? That makes no sense. Dolores sets a mug down in front of me before taking a seat beside me. Chocolate hot and sweet, I raided the pantry for you. It smells exactly like something I'd have in the palace. I didn't know there was chocolate here. Anise thinks she can hide it from us, but she can't. Will Karma be alright? Rumple is apparently a renowned doctor. Karma will be fine. I do not know how this happened. It was just meant to be a simple test, but now Karma and Parfait are hurt because of Varg. They shouldn't have come. They did not have to come for me. But they came because they were worried about you. Why do these people care so much about me? What do they really want? They would not have been hurt if they did not come. I went to meet you, but when I got to the plaza, you were gone. I thought there might be some magic barring me from seeing you, so I ran to the market and asked for everyone's help. I messed up. They were hurt because I failed. The only one to blame is Varg. Are you alright? You're limping. I'll be fine. I'm just tired. Parfait takes a seat on the opposite side of the table from Delora and I. Have you told her? No, not yet. Told me what? Is this about 𝐿caster? No, it's about Varg. I waited a good half hour or so at the house after you left Lucette. No one came, so I just walked out, but Fritz wasn't there. What? He wasn't in his room or anywhere in the house. What? But where would he have gone? Princess. Fritz is cursed? You know this, yes? Well, oh my god, how did I forget about that? That Fritz was cursed? Of course, he remembered me. How did I forget that? I forgot all about that. But what does his being cursed have to do with anything? Whenever you're with Fritz, Varg never stops by the house. Don't tell me my guess from earlier is right. In fact, I've never seen Varg in broad daylight, and I've definitely never seen Fritz and Varg together in the same place at once. I've been wondering why Varg is working for 𝐿caster. Then there's the fact that he wears a mask and conceals his identity. They're linking Varg and Fritz together. That's not possible. Whatever you're thinking, it's ridiculous. So is an entire kingdom forgetting they have a crown princess. Magic works in strange and mysterious ways. But Fritz would never... It's only a theory, but it's more than possible that Fritz and Varg are the same person? Two personalities sharing one body. No. I stand and ball my hands in a tight fist. You're wrong. I turn to walk away. Where are you going? Princess, we're not done talking to you. Delora, give her time. What? I do not go too far. I just want to give myself enough space to think. Fritz and Varg are the same? It is not possible. Why would Delora say that? Princess. Hi. Why are you here? Sir Mithros? Where did he come from? And how does he know who I am? Did 𝐿caster tell him? And Sir Mithros believed him? Let's just say your safety is a requirement for something he wants from someone. Could it be that? Sir Mithros is the someone Varg was referring to? Thank goodness you're alright. No way. How did he know where I was? I am so sorry for my lack of foresight, Princess. None of this should have happened. Oh my god. I will serve you properly from now on with complete honesty, unlike those within the Marchen. You shouldn't have left the Leverton home, and it's too dangerous for you. Sir Mithros has not seen me since I was cursed. So why is he talking to me as if he knows who I am? Not only that, but he knows I left the Leverton home. So you remember that I am the Crown Princess Sir Mithros. I cannot lie to you, Princess. Yes, I do remember. How is that possible? I am a witch. A witch? Father would never let a witch work in the palace. I feel the cogs of my mind slowly whirling, piecing together a puzzle I cannot see in full. Is he, her mother's servant, like the faithful one? The witch who set the alarm in the Leverton home, the person Sir 𝐿caster wants a favor from, and the person he and Varg are working for it's him? But you must believe me when I say I mean you no harm. I only want to protect you from the people in the Marchen. Protect me? Those in the Marchen have cursed you. It is unforgivable. When I heard what they did to Varg in order to abduct you... Abduct me from Varg? Who is Varg? You would not believe me if I told you the truth. I believed you when you said you were a witch. True, forgive my assuming, princess. I take a deep breath and look him in the eyes. Are Varg and Fritz the same person? Yes, and that they inhabit the same body. What? So Dolores was telling the truth, but it was necessary. Fritz was not willing to follow some of my orders that ensured your safety. Varg, however, is obedient and a more capable bodyguard. Nothing can be allowed to stand in the way of your safety, least of all the knight who is meant to protect you. Are you the one who cursed him? Yes. You motherfucker. Oh my god. He said that without even batting an eye. My princess, you must believe me. Those in the marchand are only lying to you, trying to keep you away from your destiny. They are your enemies. How can you know that? I do not wish to bring up uncomfortable subjects, but you must be aware of the public's opinion of you. Yes, they hate me for some reason, and they want Emmeline to be crown princess in my place. Well, she's not getting it because it's not her birthright. I mean, what the heck? Sir Mithras nods, his expression solemn but flickering with sympathy. In the margin, people have cursed you, haven't they? Such a curse keeps you from your rightful place. He is right. I believe you've been cursed because they see you as a threat to their true goal. Their true goal? Perhaps they meant to teach you a lesson, so to speak, because they irrationally despise you. Such people cannot be trusted. They only seek to use you and hurt you for their own pleasure. They will probably do anything in their power to keep you from breaking your curse. I cannot let that happen. I failed my queen in this once. I shall not fail you. Could that be true? Dolores and Parfait are trying to balance the light and darkness in the kingdom, and this curse is meant to teach me. So could what Sir Mithras is really saying really be the truth? What he says makes sense, but it also doesn't make sense because the marchand people have been nice to you, so you're gonna doubt him. But it cannot be true, right? I don't believe you. The people at the marchand are not... Would good people curse you, even knowing how much you would suffer as a consequence? If they truly cared about you, would they curse you? Dolores might be the one who cursed me, but everyone else in the marchand doesn't seem to think anything of it. I do not know what to think. I know this is difficult to believe coming from me, so why not ask them, princess? Ask the marchand traders if they consider you a threat. Ask them, or ask if they do not intend for you to suffer beneath the weight of your curse. You will learn that I have not lied. Wow. I go back to the marchand with dark thoughts swirling in my head. There you are. We were worried about you. All I've been doing is trying to get answers from Dolores. Why is it more difficult this time? Lucette, are you okay? Where is Parfait? Rumple and Waltz are singing to her. The others are all in bed. Is something wrong? What do I say? How can I possibly ask them? My throat is closing up. Did you know what would happen after you cursed me? Did you intend for me to suffer? Lucette, did she? Could Sir Mithras have been right? Anger rises up within me. Do you know how it felt to sleep out in the cold without shoes, without food, not knowing if I would ever have a roof over my head again? Do you know what it was like for my own father to look at me and not see me as his daughter? I advance on Dolores and she shrinks back, pointedly looking away from me. You knew all that was going to happen and you still cursed me, and you call yourself good? Princess, how could you? Lucette, I have my reasons, very important reasons. Is it because of my threat to you somehow? Dolores' expression shows me that she is hiding something. She has been hiding something since the beginning. I wouldn't put it that way. Did you curse me to teach me some sort of twisted lesson? I told you before, princess, that the wicked were taught to be good through curses. Everything I've done is to help you. Dolores' face is pale. I can see the anxiety in her eyes as well as the guilt. Are you serious? She doesn't not need to say anything else. Dolores cursed me to hurt me. There's no way. If she had wanted me to break it, she would have helped me rather than criticize my every move. All that she has succeeded in is keeping me from my birthright, and those in the marchand all agree with that sentiment. Lucette, I'm serious. I really just want to help you. Serious? When has she done nothing to help me? The answer is obvious. Dolores does not want me to succeed. They are not different. They are the same. They are the same as everyone else. Sir Mithras was right. I cannot believe I trusted you. I thought everyone here was different. I thought you were different, but I was wrong. I turned to leave. Lucette, wait. I don't like this. I make my way back to where I was earlier, making sure no one has followed me. I see that Sir Mithras stands firmly in the same place. As I draw near, I notice that his expression is concerned, his eyes gentle. Are you alright? I take a moment to assess my feelings. There's anger, but also resignation. Was I expecting him to be right all along? Rough night, huh? What are you doing here? Where did Var come from? I'm afraid our princess has learned the true nature of her marching friends. I did not have to speak with everyone I know. No one in that place has any reason to help me. It's naive to think that their kindness does not come with a price. Come on, let us leave this place at once. Sir Mithras holds out his hand for me, but I do not take it. I instinctively take a step back. Is something wrong? Where do you intend to take me? To your rightful place. I will take you back to the palace. What? How? No one there will believe you. And you knew I was right from the beginning. Why did you not take me to the palace earlier? I apologize for the delay, but I was making preparations for your return. Preparations? You will find out soon enough. Can I really trust Sir Mithras? At this point, I'm not sure whom I'm supposed to trust anymore. I would rather stay with Fritz. My eyes fly to Varg, but I do not sense any of Fritz's warmth on his face. His lips slowly curl into a smile when he meets my gaze. So the princess knows, huh? Where is Fritz? Sleeping. Should I wake him up for you? I'm not in the mood for jokes, Varg. I want Fritz back. You wound me, princess. You choose him over me? I can protect you better than he can. His smile becomes more malicious when he sees the irritation on my face. I will be safer under Fritz's care. I will you now, because I'm confident you'll be safer under mine. Varg, do not be disrespectful to the princess. Varg scoffs, but says nothing more when Sir Mithras turns to me. Princess, it is of the utmost importance that you are kept safely away from the Marchen, and the palace is the safest place I can think of. And also, your mother requires something of you? What? What is he talking about? Mother is dead. Tell me what it is. I cannot talk about this here. Once you return to the palace, I will tell you all that you need to know. Right now, I must return to the palace to make the final arrangement. Varg will escort you to the Leverton so that you may gather your things. At dawn, come to the palace gates. I will ensure your entrance and safety from there. Until tomorrow, princess. Oh my god. Sir Mithras bows to me, but does not even spare Varg a glance as he walks away. I turn to Varg. It is so hard to believe that he and Fritz could possibly be the same person. Yeah, that's insane. His hair color, posture, and personality are also different from Fritz. How could they be the same person? Do I have something on my face? I close the distance between us with a single step. Watch yourself, princess, I bite. You do not. Excuse you? Varg looks slightly shocked by my straightforwardness, which is surprising in and of itself. There's no reason for me to be afraid of you. If this is Sir Mithras' doing, then I won't let Varg hurt me. Or he won't let Varg hurt me. Mithras has a terrible habit of running his mouth, doesn't he? I ignore the flare of awareness in the pit of my stomach as I look closely at Varg's face. They are the same height and build, but that is not so strange. I lean in closer still so that I can look past the shape of his mask. His eyes are the same. They are Fritz's eyes. I can no longer deny everything Sir Mithras and Dolor have told me. The man standing before me is both Fritz and a stranger, one of the people I thought I knew best but now know nothing about. You are Fritz's curse, but I have not heard of a fairy tale that involves two people sharing one body. Really? You should really brush up on your fairy tales. Varg's voice is suddenly lower, a low growl in his throat. I feel a shiver run down my spine. I try to run away, only to have my attempt thwarted by Varg, who stops me by reaching out to grab my arm. You cannot hurt me if you wanted to. Fritz would never. Oh, but I'm not Fritz. Your sad little puppy knight might worship the ground you walk on. He might sit and beg for even a single scrap of your attention. But guess what? I'm not your dog. He abruptly releases me and turns swiftly on his heels before walking away, footsteps smooth. For a moment, I stand there shocked. How could he insult Fritz in such a manner if they are the same person? How could a curse change Fritz into someone like 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐿? Defend Fritz! Fritz is not a dog! Really now, how much do you know about your precious knight? I try to say something, but nothing comes out. It is true that I do not know much about him at all. You know nothing about him, so stop pretending you do. 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐿 continues to walk forward ever so slowly, but I remain rooted in place. Eventually, he whirls around and looks at me. Any day now, princess. I study his expression and body language. While his glaring might have made me nervous earlier, it does not faze me now. All this time, I've been uneasy about you, even though it is your mission to keep me safe. But if that's the case, why do you seek to frighten and overpower me at every turn? I raise my eyebrow at him, then take a confident step forward. This time it is 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐿 that shirks away from me. Does having to answer to Sir Mithras and Sir Castor chafe at you, 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐿? If it does, perhaps you are more similar to Fritz than you think. 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐿's hands clench over his chin as he glowers at me. You always talk about that idiot. Do you know how sick I am of hearing about him? You want to know the truth, Lucette? You're wondering how two personalities can share the same body? Well, sure, magic was the catalyst, but the other part of the magic? Well, that was all Fritz. What? You think Fritz is some great honorable knight. Well, if that was true, his intentions would need to be good to the core, and then you know what? I wouldn't exist. What is he suggesting? Can't make something from nothing. Some part of your precious Fritz became the princess. There was already something dark and twisted in his soul. The curse just brought it to life, and now here I am. No, you're wrong. Fritz? Twisted and dark? I do not believe it. I think I know Fitzgerald a lot better than you do, Lucette. Don't think I act this way of my free will, at least not completely. I have these compulsions. The spark in 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐿's eyes is dangerous. His eyes suddenly seem out of focus as he stares at me, his gaze glassy. His expression suddenly twists, becoming something dark and anguish. He doubles over to the ground with a pained gasp. You are meant to be asleep. Whom is he talking to? No way. No way. What is going on? I watch in horror as 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐿's body is eclipsed by a slow-moving shadow. The darkness envelops his body, and all I can do is stare in shock as his figure fades into a black silhouette. Before I can decide whether to go with sight or not, the shadows tumble in like a fallen cloak. Fritz! I immediately recognize the man standing before me. Fritz! Princess, what are we doing here? You don't remember? Is he not aware of his curse? Fritz places a hand on his head and cringes. I see him stumble slightly as he slightly roses. I'm not sure. I remember falling asleep. Then there was this distant pain that woke me up. And now I'm suddenly here with you? Did 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐿's emotions somehow trigger Fritz into waking? I'm sorry, princess. My mind is a little foggy. I don't understand what's going on right now. Fritz shakes his head before turning to look at me with a tired, faint smile. Perhaps I'll feel better once I get some rest. You're right, let's go back. What? He doesn't know that 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐿 is in his body? Does he even know he's cursed? I feel the tenseness come back into my body as I remember all the things that transpired in the march-in. The building is dim at night and looks more like a place of shadows than anything else. I clench my hands in a fist and try not to shake. They intended to hurt me. They wanted me to suffer. My heart hardens into something cold and sharp as ice. Their kindness was a lie. Mother taught me people were like this. I should have listened to her. I finally turn away from the march with conviction. I am not meant to be there. I must go back to where I belong. Ooh. Lucette, are you alright? Why wouldn't I be? Your personal maid left last night? Yes. Is it true that you caught her trying to steal one of your dolls? Why would I lie about that? I am sorry. Why? Because she betrayed your trust. Impossible. I did not trust her in the first place. But wasn't she with you for years? Yes. And you are not at all saddened by her change of heart? She saw the opening to take something from me and took it. I am not surprised nor sad. It was to be expected. All people use others to take things that they want. Wow, okay, that was different.